The PlayStation Plus extra free games of September have not been revealed yet. They will be announced later this month. The games will then be made available for all subscribers to the extra tier and above. Our predictions for the PlayStation Plus extra free games of September are as follows. Be sure to subscribe our channel and press the notification bell icon. Starting off with our first prediction, The Last of Us Part 2, an action-adventure game played from a third-person perspective featuring elements of the survival horror genre. The player traverses post-apocalyptic environments such as buildings and forests to advance the story. The player can use firearms, improvised weapons, and stealth to defend against hostile humans and cannibalistic creatures infected by a mutated strain of the cordyceps fungus. In combat, the player can use long-range weapons such as rifles and bows, and short-range weapons such as pistols and revolvers. The player is able to scavenge limited-use melee weapons such as machetes and hammers, and throw bricks and bottles to distract or attack enemies. Collected items can be used to upgrade weapons at workbenches or craft equipment such as health kits, Molotov cocktails, and makeshift silencers. Our second prediction is Vampire the Masquerade Swansong, a narrative-driven single-player role-playing video game in which the player controls 3 vampires with different vampiric abilities, switching between them over the course of the game. The player can customize the characters by choosing to upgrade their disciplines and character statistics to suit their preferred playstyle. This influences character interaction and skills used while exploring the game world, such as picking locks and hacking computer terminals. Because the player characters often are surrounded by humans, the player needs to be careful about when and where they choose to use supernatural abilities, to avoid revealing their character's vampiric nature. Our third prediction is Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, which takes place at the very beginning of the detective's career. Mechanically speaking, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 plays similarly to the previous 4 installments of the series. The gameplay is shown from a third-person perspective and the game's world is open and freely traversable. The game's driving force are main quests which progress the story, accompanied by around 30 side quests. Completing them requires investigating, talking to locals, finding items, and solving puzzles. Oftentimes we'll need to use a trick, such as a disguise, or deductive reasoning to acquire desired information. There are also sequences reminiscent of action games. Sherlock owns a firearm, but can only use it in specific scenes. Our fourth prediction is Way of the Hunter, a first-person simulation game in which we take the role of a hunter. The game gives us 2 large maps with an area of over 140 square meters each. We are hunting for various animals. They have realistic behavior models, which applies both to their reactions to our presence, as well as their habitats. To get our prey, we have to master the art of finding and following animal tracks and analyzing bloodstains. In addition, we must often use binoculars to spot our target from a safe distance. And when the victim is in our range, there is nothing left to do but to unlock the gun, aim and shoot. The game offers the possibility to inspect the shot. Playing back and freely scrolling through the recordings allows us to analyze the bullet's flight path. This is important because the game realistically simulates ballistics and bullet behavior. Our fifth prediction is In Nightmare, an independent adventure game in the horror convention, whose story combines fantastic and realistic elements. The action of this production takes place in a dark, fairy tale world, and the story focuses on the problems of pain and saving oneself. The intention behind the creation of the game was to encourage people to take an interest in knowledge and philosophy. It follows a young boy in search for the last hope of love who is working out his own salvation by navigating through his fear. Our sixth and last prediction is The Pathless, an action-adventure game in which we take the role of the hunter traversing the fantastic land in the company of his eagle. An important role is played by interesting movement mechanics, which allows to seamlessly combine acrobatic stunts with impressive archery. Acrobatics of the heroine are limited by a special energy gauge, which we fill up with accurate shots. The whole thing has been designed in such a way as to encourage the player to stay in constant motion, which makes even covering long distances run extremely smoothly, and fights with bosses are extremely dynamic. It is worth noting that there is no map in The Pathless. However, the protagonist can use a special mask, which makes it easier to spot important places and landmarks. There are also various finds and secrets hidden here and there, which allow us to develop the capabilities of the huntress and her eagle, increase the energy bar, or extend the time of gliding in the air. We hope you enjoyed our video. If you haven't subscribed our channel yet, now is a great time to do, so click subscribe and press the notification bell icon. Thanks for watching.